All right, back to our top story today. State lawmakers head back to the Capitol for the start of the 86th legislative session. This time around, going to look a little different compared to what we saw in 2017.
Instead of hot-button issues like the bathroom bill that we heard so much about, this year lawmakers are focusing on your money. How about that? Candy Rodriguez joining us live from the Capitol this morning with a closer look. Good morning, Candy.
John and Sally, good morning. Despite the foggy start, it all kicks off today at noon. And for the next 140 days, lawmakers will get to work focusing on what some call those bread and butter issues, school finance and property tax reform. It's impossible, to talk about one without the other, as a big chunk of our property taxes goes to school funding. Now, the governor has mentioned he wants to put a cap on tax revenue at 2.5%. But to do that and still fund our schools, he says we need to do an overhaul of Robin Hood, the system that takes money from property-rich districts like Austin and gives to poorer districts. But any new school funding formula would likely mean a higher contribution from the state. Governor Abbott isn't the only one making this a priority. Representative Dennis Bonnen, who is expected to become the new House Speaker, says it's on every lawmaker's mind.
The number one issue for the Texas House, not by my deciding, but by literally unanimously every member of the Texas House is deciding and speaking with me one-on-one and in groups, is school finance reform. We've got to fix our broken Robin Hood school finance system.
And why the move back to these bread and butter issues? Democrats took back 13 seats in the last election, so this session is expected to be considerably more moderate. That means the chance of hot-button legislation like abortion and bathroom bills is less likely. Now, today, Bonnen, along with new members, will be sworn into office and get started. Our Phil Prazen was the first one to sit down with the future speaker, and we'll have more on his interview later on today on KXAN. Back to you.
All right, Candy, thank you very much. Texas lawmakers, though, should have enough money to funnel more money toward public education and reform property tax systems. At least that's according to the Texas Comptroller, Glenn Hager, who released his revenue estimate report yesterday. He says that the state is going to have more than $119 million to work with. The rainy day fund also going to go up from $12.5 billion right now up to $15 billion. The only bill that lawmakers are required to pass, though, during this legislative session is the state budget.